no bigger.
The quality of this camera is super jarring to me. I'm looking at myself in this little screen and it's really throwing me off. I've been filming everything on this vintage handycam since I got it about a month ago, and this is the first time I've used this camera for vlogging, and it's really weird. July was genuinely one of the most stressful months of my life so far, but I don't want to include any of that in this because this is just not the space for that. So I'm gonna talk about things that I liked in July. Really the biggest thing that happened was our household got 3 new kittens. We found them when they were about a month old. Our initial plan was to foster 2 and keep 1, and then of course in less than a week we had fallen in love with all of them. So now we have 3 kittens. They are about 9 weeks old now. We have started their kitten vet visits. They're very expensive. They are the absolute light and joy of my life right now. I've also had a pretty decent reading month. I've been reading Joan Baez's autobiography. It is really, really good. She just goes into a lot of detail, and so it moves a little bit slowly, but it's really interesting. I've been a huge fan of hers for like 15 years, and I love the whole 60s folk sphere, and so it's really cool to get more insight into that. I also read Lunch Poems by Frank O'Hara, which I know I read at some point in high school or college, but that was a long time ago now. So I wanted to revisit this. It was just as good as I remember it being. And I'm also working on Sex and Rage by Eve Babbitt's. This is my second book of hers. I am obsessed with her. I love her so much. Her prose is gorgeous. Her storylines are interesting. Her characters are really interesting and weirdly kind of relatable, although I don't think that's necessarily a good thing. But I've been really, really into her in general recently. Music-wise, I've been listening to Cameron Winter obsessively. I just discovered him not that long ago, actually on TikTok, which surprised me. I try not to spend that much time on there, but the only thing I really use it for is trying to promote my music, and so I've kind of ended up on like Music Talk, and I found him through there, and oh my god, he gives me so much hope for current music. Not that I don't think there's a lot of current music that's phenomenal, because there is. I just feel like you have to dig for it a little bit more. But as far as newer artists, he really is the first person since Black Country New Road, before Isaac left, that I've gotten absolutely hooked on. Other than that, I'm still listening to a ton of Mark Lanigan. I'm still listening to a ton of Grant Lee Buffalo, Alice in Chains. Really the only individual song that I've just been playing really obsessively on repeat is Feeling of Gaze by the Twilight Singers. I am newer into them. The rest of their music I really like. This song I absolutely love, but this album has definitely been my primary musical highlight of the month. I've also written a lot of new music this month. It tends to be that when I'm kind of going through it, I get really creatively productive. So I've written several new songs, several new poems. We recorded an entire EP about 2 months ago, but it's not mastered yet. So when I put that out, I will let you know. I hope that that's going to be in the next couple months. I'm still practicing bass pretty much every day. But for the most part, I've spent every second of my free time just like writing, and that's why I have barely read and barely filmed. I feel like all of my other hobbies have really gone by the wayside in favor of writing, you know, songs, poems, fiction. I know I'm gonna be really mad at myself later because these videos are kind of my favorite way to look back and kind of encapsulate certain eras of my life, and I've really been neglecting filming. But getting the handycam has made me pick back up a lot, and I think that my filming and posting schedule will probably become more regular now. I also have several videos that have just been sitting in my computer for a really long time unedited, so I need to edit those as well. I really need to make sure that I pay attention to anything else aside from writing, and I will make a concerted effort to do that. In the meantime, please enjoy a ton of very crappy lo-fi handycam footage. God, it's so windy.
My cigarette may have been better.
Oh, shit.